In the continuation of studying Animations tab in the Advanced Animation section, we come to the trigger option. The thing that we can do by trigger option is to put condition for the presentation of our objects that has animation in the PowerPoint slide. Now, this option is inactive because there is no object in our slide, and obviously those objects don't have any animation, and that's why this option is inactive. To activate this option, first we should put objects in our slide from Insert tab. I select Shape and add 2 shapes to my slide. We come back to Animations tab again. Now we should give one animation to our object to activate the trigger option. Now, when we click on the trigger option, we see that the menu of this section has 2 parts. One is on click of and another is on bookmark. That firstly I explain on click of option. When I go to unclick of option, the 2 options menu will be opened for me. Now, why it has 2 sections? Because I have 2 objects in my slide that if you open selection pane from home and select section, you see that the names of the animations that opened in the trigger on click of menu is exactly same with the names in the selection pane panel. So if I select the object that has animation and open the animation pane menu, as you see now we have just 1 animation. Now we want to say that this animation display when we click on the circle. So how can we do that? I would be enough to choose the trigger option, click on click off and choose while 9, I mean this shape. Now, the entrance animation of this shape will be displayed when we click on the circle. Now, let's see the output of this work to understand my intention better. Now, when I present the slide, the triangle shape is not here because I put condition on the display of the triangle shape, and it will be shown when I click on the circle. As you are seeing, because I regulate a trigger on this shape, when the pointer of mouse is on the circle, the pointer changed to a hand. So when I click on the circle, you see that the entrance animation of this triangle displayed. So actually I put the condition on the display of the triangle that when I click on the other shape, this animation plays for the triangle shape. So if you want to put condition to the entrance animations of an object, you cannot choose that object from trigger and on click off. Now I say that the entrance animation for triangle display when I click on the triangle. See the output. The animation will never be displayed because the animation that I put condition on is one of the entrance animations. When I click anywhere, the display of the slide will lower and this animation won't ever be shown, because for putting condition for entrance animations, we should do this on the other shape. The thing that I did the first, I say this animation display when I click on other shape, I mean oval 9, then the animation displayed and this shape entered to the slide. And now when I went to do a trigger or condition on the shape, the animation should be emphasis, exit or pass animations, and it shouldn't be the entrance animation because first the shape should be on the slide that I can click on it and something happen. So to put trigger on the entrance animations, we should use another shape to help us. But when I want to do a trigger or condition on the shape, the animation should be emphasis, exit, or motion pass animations. It is an important point. For example, I want to give emphasis animation of groove shrink to the shape, but pay attention. I explained the point in previous video. Now we are reviewing that again, that when we have already selected the shape and gave animation to it, to have second animation on this shape, we should select a shape and use that animation. If we use this menu, the previous animation will delete. Well, because I want to give a second animation to my shape, I select my shape from Add Animation section. From Emphasis Animation, I select Grow Shrink option. Well, we don't regulate any setting for this animation because we just want to test it. Now, when the Grow Shrink animation is selected for this object, I click on Trigger in the On-Click Off section. Now I can use a triangle shape. Actually, to show the output, I should delete this trigger option because the triangle shape won't enter to the slide to display Grow Shrink animation. So I delete the previous trigger. Now if I want to put condition to the entrance of my shape to the slide, I select this shape again. And from Add Animation section, I consider an entrance animation for it. So for the entrance animation, I want to put condition. I should use an extra object that now we have the circle object here. So I choose entrance animation in the trigger section. On click off, I select the circle option. Now we could give correct conditions to this object, and the order of displaying of these triggers is from top to bottom in the animation pane. If you want that the entrance trigger display before emphasis trigger, drag entrance trigger to the top in the animation pane panel. To see the result in a correct and accurate way, let's see the output. Now the triangle object is not in the slide because we put the condition that if we want the entrance animation displays, we should click on the circle. When we click, the triangle appears, and by clicking on the triangle, Grow Shrink animation displays and the triangle gets bigger. It was all about trigger for on-click off section. But the trigger has another section named on bookmark that it works on the bookmarks of the videos that we add to the slide. I create a blank slide here, and from insert we add a video to the PowerPoint. And from playback section, in each second that we want, we click on the add bookmark that a bookmark adds to the video. That if the pointer of mouse beyond the bookmark, the name of the bookmark will be shown for you. In a tooltip, that the name of the bookmark that I have added is bookmark 1. I move the pointer of mouse forward by clicking on bookmark. I create the second bookmark here. Now we come back to animation tab. When we have a bookmarked video in our slide, we can see that in trigger section the bookmark is active for us. Now the thing we should do is that, for example, if the video plays and when it reaches to the first bookmark, one object appears. And when it reached to the next bookmark, that object disappears. To do this, I select an object from Insert Shape section in this way and give entrance animation to it. From Add Animation, we can give an entrance animation for it and give one exit animation to this object too, and OK it. Now I select the entrance animation from trigger section. I say the animation plays when the video reaches to the first bookmark. Now I select the exit animation and I say that the exit animation plays when the video reaches to the second bookmark. So from trigger section and on bookmark part, I select bookmark 2. Now we have done. Let's see the result. In this way, when the video plays, when it reaches to bookmark 1, this object will be shown. When it reaches to the bookmark 2, this object will exit from the video in this way. That by knowing this, you can edit your videos by the help of the PowerPoint software. And let me say one point about videos here, that now we use the video in the slides and I remember it now. Let me say that when you use each medias in the slides of your PowerPoint, when you want to give the file of PowerPoint someone, it is not necessary to give the video file to them. In the old version of PowerPoint, you should have done that. For example, if you put a video in the slides, if you wanted to give the file of the PowerPoint to somebody, you should give him the video file that you used in PowerPoint in another folder. But in the new version of PowerPoint, if you use each video or file in your slides, for example, this video, it embeds to your slides, and if you give the file to someone, the video also in it too, and so there is no need for an embed. This was the point about videos in the slides that I explained it to you. It was all about studying trigger from animation tab, that we will study other section of animation in the next part. Thank you.